It was warning me that there is no gameplay here. It's all burst gauge.
Uh-huh.
What's the difference between that and, like, the
There's
regular
no
game?
actual game. I can tell if you're being facetious.
Daniel.
So welcome to
Only being
Asura's...
partially facetious.
Welcome to Asura's Wrath, episode 11.5. This is DLC released to basically cover what happens between episodes. Animated by Studio 4 Degrees in some Animatrix style bullshit that
Oh, there
looks
was
really weird.
There was an animated Matrix series. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was. Some of it was really cool. Some of it wasn't as cool.
The other day I was thinking, was there an animated Matrix series? And
Have you even seen all of the Matrix?
I think you showed it to me. Whether I was paying attention is another matter.
Yes. Oh man, look at all that CGI in this animation. Here we go, quick time event extravaganza.
They should have rotoscoped this shit.
So you guys get to pay attention to all the cool shit that's going on. I just have to pay attention to these quick time events.
That's why we're recording it.
So I can watch it later. It's like, the animation is like... I don't quite get it.
I know I have to suspend my disbelief for this, but I can't. I just can't.
Also,
do this game.
it's worth mentioning that we're coming from you from the distant land of the future of the past, which is still the past for you, gentlemen and ladies. Because these DLC episodes were released later, and we're reporting them after the main thing, but we're sort of going to slot them in.
Yeah.
But there were going to be some Yoshimitsu stuff up in here.
I was wondering when,
Poor elephants, if only we could have reasoned with them.
We were wondering if...
What's the guy's name who originally had the sword?
August.
August. I was wondering when August's sword became a lightsaber.
It sort of lit up in the previous shots, I think.
Yeah, it did. Because August had his shining personality lighted up.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That's
It's
right.
like Soul Reaver, bitches. He's in that sword, making it glow.
There's just random bits. I don't know if it's like motion lines or if it's supposed to be like cloth. There's just like bits that go behind him as he falls.
Huh.
They actually give some proper scale for how big the Cobra turtle is supposed to be. I already have full burst gauge, but I still have to continue doing quick time events. There's also, like, the circles that are normally on his back are expressed as giant, like, sucker-like things here for some reason.
I'm wondering if anything is actually different if you fail any of the quick time events.
There's never anything different in the actual game. You're
What's
just
the point?
building your score.
Oh, yeah.
And occasionally you may lose health if you fail, or it does help you build your burst gauge.
Yeah.
Only emo cutting can harm me. With this razor, I'll harm myself and kill myself.
This really does remind me of the Animatrix. Like, the weird-ass animation style. It's like, I know it's supposed to be experimental and edgy, but it's just not very attractive.
It's kind of a jarring contrast to the rest of the game.
I think 15.5 is differently animated. I haven't actually played it.
Well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. I also like the DLC is very reasonably priced. It was only $2.
Oh, cool.
At least this was. I don't know about the later Street Fighter DLC that's coming out.
Wasn't there something about a true ending DLC, or did...
No, that's true ending isn't the DLC. That's just you have to play more. I can barely tell what's going on.
I heard something about coming out, a true ending DLC for Asura's Wrath for like $8 or something.
Yeah, this is actually worse than the actual game. Is he going up or down or sideways, or where's he going? Gravity has been suspended.
That would be interesting. I'd like to see what actually happens, considering... Well, we shouldn't talk about the ending.
Oh, yeah.
Since this will be slotted in chronologically.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert,
That's
there's
right.
no actual resolution.
Spoiler alert, there's, wait, there's no actual resolution in the entire game?
Well, you've seen the ending, Daniel. I don't know if you remember it.
Yes.
How sleepy were you?
I don't know. Fuck you. I don't know if I can actually agree with that. There was a kind of a resolution, but it's...
Also, remember that giant arm that came out of his back in, like, episode 16 when he was
Yeah.
attacking Days? It's that on steroids.
But that's in the future.
That is in the future. What is going on? I can't tell what this image is.
Yeah, this is a shout out to the girl I'm seeing right now. She says she can't wait to see this episode because she thought this was funny. So suck it, everyone who thought this was just regular.
There's probably people who are going to think you're very,
Abrasive? I don't care.
That's not the word I was going to use.
I still don't care. Okay, Matt, what word are you going to use?
Arrogant.
Yeah, but we're putting ourselves online because we think we're awesome. I don't really think that's...
I'm at least putting this up. Oh, wonderful. It's like I'm playing Inuyasha. Mountain's just gone. They didn't even bother making any original music either.
Why would they do that? Wasn't this made concurrently with the game?
I think so.
So why would they use any different music?
Rain of Fists!
Okay. Whatever. That's cool.
I really want to care about how awesome that is, but once again, I just don't.
You are very, very quick to just declare that you don't give a shit about this game.
No, Matt, we've already been through the whole thing. I just can't summon up any kind of real
Daniel,
emotion.
I'm looking at this from a retroactive perspective. I've had to listen to you talk about how much you don't care about this game like 3 times a piece while editing it.
Oh, it's just terrible, though.
You sure are, like...
I don't hate the game. I just can't care about what he's doing. It's supposed to be awesome and meaningful, and it's like, I am the best person ever. Or the best half-god, or whatever he is.
Or the angriest person in the world, at any rate.
I believe that goes without saying.
At least he did his pretty colors.
It's like I'm watching Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace.
Oh.
I really want to care about those characters, but somehow I just don't.
Well, for how little you care about what's going on, you sure are passionate about the fact that
How much you don't care about it.
Yeah, I know. We're all going to lampoon me because it's better to do that. Because there's so much nothing to say about the game.
No, it's just, there might not be, but you're providing much more because, well...
Because I'm saying something and doing something that has meaning. It's pretty, and that's it.
Do you have a bad case of explosive lightning arm? Are you overcome with bouts of uncontrollable rage? Then you need Asura Begone. 1778972.
I was going to say, you need Counterspell, but...
I was with you right up until the name Asura Begone.
Oh god! Oh god!
I believe it's...
Do you know what you've done? You've triggered the fight scene. Now we're going to be drawn by the 3rd string backup animation team.
I believe...
Oh god, what's going on? I can't move my face.
I believe it's more like Wrath Begone, but, you know.
Oh god, what happened to August? It's like he just stuffed his face with pie or something.
They brought him back as, like, just ahead.
Someone here doesn't know what on-model animation is. Just like, I'm just going to draw what I think should be in the next frame, without really looking at this previous one. We don't need the cast for this, or can we not skip it? Oh, yes, we can.
Okay.
So that was that. No actual time spent in actual gameplay. That's successfully earned an S.
Yay.
Ah.
That's for awesome.
Some stuff.
No.
And interludes! They're still here.
No, it was 3 S's, so it's ass.
There was only 2 S's. It was only 2 S's.
No, there's that final S. It gives you the full score for what you didn't do.
Shinto in the residential area. Have you heard? They say Asura the Fallen purified a gigantic Goma single-handedly.
I didn't know there were nameless, faceless demigods.
There were apparently civilian demigods.
Huh.
It's like literally single-handedly.
I thought only the 7 deities were capable of purifying Goma of that size.
Lord August was supposedly in the area as well, but his whereabouts now are unknown. Could he have been defeated?
One can only assume. The Fallen One's mantra affinity was wrath, after all.
That's right, all you Magic players, we're talking about affinity now.
Mantra affinity.
Didn't you ever pay attention in school? The 8 mantras. Pride, lust, greed, sloth, vanity, violence, melancholy, and wrath. These are the 8 special mantra types. Each of the 7 deities has an affinity with one, and Asura the Fallen has the affinity with wrath. In the days of the 8 guardian generals, a mantra affinity was bestowed upon each of the generals. When a general retired, the affinity was passed down to a successor. In his business pants and loafers.
But there is nothing to be concerned about, Lord Deus.
Or, period.
Oh, I thought that was a comma.
Start over.
Quiet. Well, Matt, don't move the fucking screen. But there's nothing to be concerned about. Lord Deus's mantra affinity is pride, a mantra just bestowed upon only the most worthy of ruling over Shinkoku. Wrath affinity or not, the Fallen One is no match for Lord Deus.
Indeed, there is nothing that can threaten the power of Shinkoku. Yeah, Jake, didn't you ever pay attention in school?
Evidently not.